Oh, whoops. I didn't need to start the stream. I guess I started the stream. Whoops. Oops. Yep, Eddie Hoodles. Click that. Click this. Click that. Copy. Clickety clickety. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Already subconsciously changed my quest. Oh, my back. My back. Help me. Somebody help me. Ooh. Eh. Ooh. Eh. I gotta be disciplined. Yeah, I gotta be disciplined. I can't do that. Yeah, I'll just click one of these. Make myself feel good. Is there a thing yet? Spend 44 days. This life cycle is too much, man. Like the Avatar set just came out. It's like 44 days before the next thing. This is not enough time for these cards to breathe. It's kind of nuts. Are people like that? Do people buy enough sets that they can keep doing that? They must be. Like, quality over quantity, you know? Isn't that like a fundamental business thing? One would assume. You know what? I'm gonna... Oh. What? Oh, right. Oh yeah, I forgot. We mock built this. Maybe I lied. Maybe the stream title is a lie. Maybe I play this. Oh wait, I can't craft everything I need, huh? Well, to be fair, some of these cards probably wouldn't be a thing of craft. So 3/3 vigilance golems. It's just, this is a cool card. I don't know. Are the tools there? I actually kind of want to play this. I mean, it's green. It's playable. Well, there's no access to that. Man, I wish this was 2 mana. Yikes. It's probably just not very good at 3. That one's fine. highest... Hmm. Well, I can't really get access to these cards. Actually not big on that. These two, though. And obviously this. Feels like an insult to play this without those cards. Whoops, I didn't mean to discard changes. Oh well. Yeah, I'll have to work on that one. Hmm. I guess I kind of played all the Avatar commanders I want to. Hmm. Kind of have that feeling right now. Oh, look at that. The 35 stream view streak. Running hot. I want to play the Seek Commander, but I don't have enough cards for it. It's funny. Oh, man. If it wasn't green, it's probably not a thing, but it is green, so it can be. But I'm missing a few rares. So... has to be shelved for now. When was the last time I played this? I said I wanted to go back and play it. Did I ever actually do that? That's another commander I want to play again. Honestly, it's been long enough anyways, but I'm going to still look. I did play it. I did. It was 400 days ago, and apparently almost a year. Well, not quite. It's like 8 months ago. Are they notably different? I missed the opportunity to play it when we had Ancient Tomb. Let's see. Oh, it had unexpected results in it. Body of research. Huh. Oh, it had Mana Drain. Of course it did. Oh, of course it did. Put any number of lands from your hand onto the battlefield. Then if you control 8 or more lands, discard a card. I wouldn't mind playing this again. Goblins? Like Muxus? I don't really like Muxus. It's getting better. I've seen a Muxus, I think 3-ish months ago, and it whiffed. Like it didn't get any goblins in play. Completely whiffed. There's not a lot of goblins outside of normal historic. In normal historic, you can play goblins. Historic Brawl, I think we need a goblin set. But we do have good commanders. There's Squee. Squee is fine. There's also not a lot of Goblin Commander or Goblin Matters cards. Like you can run a ton of goblins, but that doesn't have any meaning unless they care about themselves being goblins. There's not a lot of those. There's like War Chief, Chieftain. It's hard to play the black ones because you need to play a black commander. But there's a few good black ones that care about goblins. Like Rogue, whatever. Yeah, we're not at Mux's territory. Kranko has... I've seen Kranko win. I've seen this win once or twice. Mob Boss. Have I played Kranko? The problem is it dies all the time. And all the time, I mean literally every time you play it. Like, don't play it unless you have haste. Oh, we played it 88 days ago. I don't even remember. I played it 2 months ago, don't remember. Let's see here. What did I have going on? Did I have Muxus in here? No, I didn't. What is Goblin Instigator? Oh, yeah. Wow. I don't remember. I don't remember this at all. Creepy. It didn't have Muxus. I don't own it. Yeah, that's a solid one. It's kind of like Squee, except not Squee. I guess it does a bit more damage. Kind of. This is haste, though. I think I like Squee a bit more. This isn't bad. I put it in the... I would have them be in each other's decks, I guess. But without the black goblins, kind of... I know. I mean, I don't think it's too difficult to just put a goblin deck together. I can't picture it being too hard. Apparently, I did it 2 months ago. Sacrifice an artifact. Whatever artifacts put in the graveyard. Nah, I don't know. Eh. What was the um um Oh, it was Tamiyo. Okay, it took me a second. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. What synergies are we not? What synergy? You just put goblins in your goblin deck, and that's it. Like you just put goblins in here, in things that have like when a goblin enters, it deals a damage, or something. Skirk Prospector is probably the best goblin in the game. Oop. Oh, dang it. I had Magus in here. Oh, I did have Blood Moon too. Hmm. Wait, what? Oh, it's because I don't have a format set. Uh-oh. The cops are here outside. What is it this time? What did you guys do? I don't even like Strike It Rich, actually. Yeah, I know this. I'm not gonna play this right now. Might look more into it later, but just put your goblins in the goblin deck. Just play goblins. I kind of want to play Jadzi. Or Tamiyo. I mean, we did just play against a Tamiyo player who had a bunch of interesting things I haven't seen in a long time. Ever, actually. Just straight up ever. Although the Bant Tamiyo might just be better. Shoot. Are they kind of the same? What's the difference between them? I'm not going to play this one again. I played this one like 3 times. I do like this one a lot. You draw 3, and then you just have omniscience. And then this one is you draw 1 extra every turn, and everything costs 2 less. But this is very unreliable because it can get blown up. I've had Tamiyo's notebook literally get blown up, so it's kind of tragic. Kind of tragic. Mono Blue Voltron? What commander would that be? They didn't do that too long ago, right? There was that standard commander that was blue-white. I don't think I've ever actually played that Tamiyo. Completed Sage. Oh, I did. It was it was 1,300 days ago. Oh man. Wow, it was over 3 years ago. Oh my goodly goodness. Over 3 years ago. That's nuts. What about this one? Yeah, I've played the Bant one 3 times. I'm pretty sure I played this and the book got blown up. And I never played it again. Yeah, I played Codas. Codas is neat. I don't know. I want to play something that's blue and green. Oh. So it's between Tamiyo and Jadzi, which I think have similar decks. Five-minute Tybalt. Is that the red one? You're out of your mind. Good luck. Good luck, I say. Alright, I want to play Jadzi. I don't know why Jadzi is calling to me right now. I just like the green spell a lot. Yeah, I played Uro. I think I played Uro twice. Oh, Jazzy got some new... Hold on. Wait, why do I keep doing that? Alright, look, if you want to show me your goblin list, you can link your goblin list. I'm not opposed to looking at your goblin list. Show me these fabled synergies that apparently elude me. Oh, we have Ponder and Preordain instead of Opt and Consider. Huge. Why did I have Mind's Desire in here? That seems insane. That seems nuts. How was I ever doing anything with that? As it stands, it doesn't look like it was doing anything. That's really weird. Yeah, I don't agree with this at all. Huh. I don't know the idea. Cast reveal the top card is non-natural. I mean, it works with Jazzy, kinda, but it doesn't have to. It just does its own thing. Dang it, keeps putting the wrong format. There we go. No mana drain. Literally unplayable. No mana drain. Oh, we got the cool Eldrazi too. Oh yeah, Jazzy had some good eats lately. Some good eats. Burgeoning Exploration too. Oh my god. Oh, Exploration kind of just nullifies your commander, doesn't it? That's unfortunate. It just kind of just makes your commander not matter. That's tragic. Yeah, we're in shambles without Ancient Tomb. I actually never played this with Ancient Tomb. We're going too far back in time. I don't really like Explorer. I also kind of don't like Growth Spiral. What is Secrets doing? Sometimes a 3-mana draw 3. Especially with lands, yeah. How many lands are in here? Please be more than 40, thank you. We're taking a page out of that Tamiyo player from yesterday. That's kind of why I'm on the blue-green vibe. Uro? Oh yeah, Uro's not in here. Huh, I like Uro, I think. I think I do. I had Omniscience in here? What? There was no Storm package in this deck. I don't know why I had Omniscience and the Brain thing. Yeah, I don't know why I was playing that. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I remember Body of Research making like a 59-59. My opponent couldn't deal with it and died. So I guess that can stay. Vaultborn Tyrant has actually been kind of disappointing. There's a lot of islands in here. Seems wrong. Force of Negation? Yeah. Suppose we could just look at this. Mystical Tutor? Oh yeah, any deck with Expropriate, it wants Mystical Tutor. Probably. Did I have Tooth and Nail in here? How did I not have Tooth and Nail, but I had all these Eldrazi? Did I have Defense of the Heart in here? Okay, maybe Defense of the Heart wasn't in the game at the time. Bribery's funny. Seems like a bribery thing. How did I not have Tooth and Nail? That's really weird. Of the new Eldrazi... I mean, look, if any deck has 15 mana, it's this one. I could play this too. I think one of the Eldrazi's good enough. This Ulamog's disappointed me lately. Kind of tragic. I could just play it because it's funny instead of this one. Nah, I think having like a mix of them is probably okay. Yeah, these 4 are fine. These might like definitively be like the best four, the top four. Although this is debatable because that's not always the case with Emrakul. Oh yeah, this thing. I don't know. I've never had that work. I don't really like it. What do you mean this commander's trash? What are you talking about? Since when would that be a problem anyways? Why would that matter anyways? You can't comprehend this card. That's not my fault, alright? It's not my fault. That's on you. The power of the Jadzi. Kama feels really slow. Ugh. But I like it. I like Kama so much. How am I protecting Jace the Mind Sculptor? I kind of just not protecting it. It just brainstorms and then dies. Doppelgang? Yep. Yeah. Probably, actually. Last time I've played... Well, the two times I've played against Jadzi, it wants to put, like, 55 lands into play. So... Oh, Oh, shoot. Speaking of that, I suppose landfall cards are pretty solid. It's kind of insane I wasn't playing some of these. Do I want these? I mean, the deck cares about this kind of thing, right? Maybe Nissa. Yeah. Is there any elementals? There's one. Oh, it's the Hydra, right? Right. Oh, Ice Till, too, yeah. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, I don't like Portal. I probably could run more lands. I probably should run more lands, honestly. I gotta make room for stuff here. This is there's a lot of stuff I can do. I actually didn't have a problem with Chrome Mox. Not really. Not really. But I don't like Ancient Tomb. I think that one probably had to go. I think that one had to go. Chrome Mox is, I was like, okay. Alright, no Harvest. Probably no Analyze the Pollen, actually. No Joint. No I already took out Explorer. No. No Jin-Gitaxias. Probably no Kama. No, I don't like Tatyola. I also kind of don't like Discover the Formula. I'm not going to run Crater Hoof. I could literally put Tamiyo in this spot instead of Jadzi. I'm actually just gonna play Tamiyo. A lot of the Azusa is really kind of. I'm gonna put Tamiyo in the command zone, and then see where that takes me. Oh, I didn't know I had this. Fancy. But really nothing changes at all in the deck because I did that. I did add a counter. Okay, maybe no unexpected results. There's actually like really bad hits. I mean, there's good hits too, though. This is one of my favorite cards in Commander because it's just so stupid. I played this in Modern with like 12 Eldrazi, a bunch of ramp spells, and won more games than I had any business winning. But those days are long since behind us, I think. Yeah, I could shave some Eldrazi. I mean, they're all fine, though. No, I'm not going to play Proliferate cards. I would probably play the Bant Tamiyo if I was doing that. I'm not really concerned about getting the book. That's kind of cool. I don't think I'm playing it though. That's neat. Doubling season? I mean, that's kind of a interesting thing with this. I don't know. I don't really want to go like heavy into the loyalty counters. I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about taking out 5 cards. Okay, without Jadzi, I guess I can go down 2 lands again. I could just shave 3 Eldrazi. Or maybe 2 Eldrazi and take out unexpected results, because there's less, like, nuclear bombs to hit. Honestly, on average. With counterspells in your deck, you probably shouldn't play unexpected results anyways. And there are counterspells in here. Do I have the 7-mana draw 7? I kind of want to just play it out of spite. Yes, I do. Alright, we're playing Overflowing Insight out of spite. I don't care. You can't stop me. And I'm going to take out maybe an Explosive Vegetation. Yeah, one of these. Probably both of these. Maybe one can stay. Actually, no. Yes. No. Yes. Alright. Okay. Alright. Interesting. No Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time. No, no Harmonize. I don't like Harmonize in a deck like this. Blue-green kind of just can play the blue cards for the card draw. I don't really need the green ones. Alright. It's a deck that... This probably is the most successful looking Mystical Tutor deck I've played so far. So, this is interesting. Well, we lost a 10-hour game to this yesterday. So, I guess that means it's good. If you just... We're going to see how often we draw the cards that we need every time. It's a blue-green deck. It's got some pretty interesting things in here. Initially, I had Jadzi in the command zone instead, but with Azusa in the game at this point, since I've last played Jadzi, and other, well, essentially green and blue-green things, Jadzi's a little pushed out of doing anything crazy with the green side of it, and the blue side. By the time you're doing stuff with the blue side, the game is already over. Like somebody's going to win at the point at which you have magecrafted or done the magecraft thing. So both sides of these are I don't know. I played it not too long ago, but it is still up there for me. I just like this commander. It's just neat. It does play a lot of lands sometimes, though, for the green spell, and that kind of gets in the way, again, with something like Azusa getting less in the way of trying to play a bunch of lands in your deck. And the blue doesn't necessarily offset that too much, but I'm going to play Tamiyo instead. I haven't played this in over 3 years, apparently. I do remember last time playing it, I made the book and someone blew it up, so that's unfortunate. It's not indestructible. Or as hexproof. I mean, I would have taken that or anything. So it's not super reliable. I'm not going to proliferate spam or have this, whoops, get doubling seasoned Vorinclex, so I just have a book immediately. I'm not really fixated on that side of it. More fixated on the other things it's doing. Actually, I'm going to take out Migration Path and add Eternal Witness, because that's a card my Tamiyo opponent the other day played, so there we go. Alright, there we go. It's our turn to do it. It's our turn. We're the ones doing it now. I can probably... What? Oh, I thought they were the same quest. I can probably not do either of those quests with this deck. So, there's that. There is that. It's not an Avatar commander. Honestly, Regrowth is good too, but Eternal Witness is funny when you keep doing it. We're up against the Gain Life Sphinx's Revelation one. Alright. It's on the play with the best thing in the format. Unfortunate. We're on the draw with the best thing in the format. Unfortunate. Honestly, if I didn't have a 1-drop, I would have just conceded. Whenever you tap a creature, I should play this. I should be playing this. All right, I'm so far behind. I don't know if I have a chance. I don't know what to do at this point. I don't even know. I don't know. I've tried to do the same thing my opponent's doing. I've probably already just lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's just the game's already over. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. There you go. That's your average Historic Brawl game, if anyone was curious. I'm going to put the Cub in my deck. Let's take out O'Hare. Something that I have to untap with is obviously not fast enough. Yep, turn 3 Ujin. Welcome to Historic Brawl. That was against almost the best thing I could do, too. What my opponent just did there is kind of what I envisioned the Bant Seek 3/3 Golem spam commander to do, which is have it not matter, and you just cast Llanowar Elves in turn 1 and win that way. Which is unfortunate. I'm not going to get to 7 mana before my opponent with this hand, so I probably can't keep it. I thought I took Kama out. No, I didn't. I took that other thing out. I mean, it has Burgeoning, but my opponent's on the play, and they just go 1 into 4. Oh no, 2 into 4. Same thing. Let's play this so I can draw more lands. I did draw more lands. Huge. My opponent did not play a Mana Rock on turn 2. The misplays are real. I wonder if I have Inevitability. No, I don't. I guess I have to deal with Ujin. So I do not. If this was Scute Storm, maybe. But it's not. That was probably the worst possible draw in my deck. I can't reasonably cast it. Yeah, that was the worst possible draw. A land would have been better. Even Kami was better. This is, like, objectively the worst draw. This is really bad. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play this. We could just see if Bribery wins. Casting Bloomvine is safer, though. This is vastly safer. I'm going to go the safe route and just get lands in play. Bribery's not going anywhere. I can do it later. We can also present a threat with this card now, because we, I guess, can't. But it doesn't. Ujin doesn't really care about Mossborn Hydra. I did play them in the wrong order. I am aware of that. Alright, they have the best card in their deck, because of course they do. Upkeep, tap, not enough. Alright. Hey! Alright, so we can take Cityscape Leveler? Mana value. Counter that spell. 217. 217. Countering Ujin doesn't matter. Okay, Cityscape. Make him deal with it. Or you can just add Portal to Phyrexia. Okay, yep. Alright, well, today is just my opponents having the best things. Again, Forsaken Monument. Literally the best card in Ujin. Not even close. Not even close. Can only have one copy. They also had an answer to my board that wasn't Ujin. They needed that too on top of it. The Forsaken Monument itself doesn't necessarily win. I could replace Gilded Goose with something. I could get an island here. We could just get an island here, right? Yeah. How do you do nothing? What? I'm confused. Opponent just did nothing. Okay, well, nothing it is. We just plus this. Oh, alright, they just had another card, I guess. Artifacts and creatures entering don't cause things to do stuff. Sure. Each planeswalker with one or more loyalty loses all abilities and is a creature. What? My brain. My brain is... Alright. Oh! Alright, well. Get in there for 6? Wait, no, what if I just didn't swing? What if I did, though? Okay, interesting. Smothering Tithe, okay, that's pretty easily dealt with. I can copy Smothering Tithe like 12 times. Let's make a food token. I think I could just eat one of these food tokens at this point. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Draw. Ugh! Please. Decline. And then make 2 of those? What if I just didn't do that? Actually, no, that's just too funny. I have to do this. I'm not going to target their creatures. That's not a good idea. I'm not going to target Tamiyo either. Doesn't really do much. Let's just do this. Okay. Well, there's no real attack anymore because of Mother of Runes. The longer I sit on Doppelganger, the funnier it gets. Yeah, except my opponent made my Tamiyo a creature, so I guess there's board wipes. Sure. This is a Redain player that is not the person I see that always plays Redain. It's a different one. Players can't draw more than one card. Alright. The stacks are real. This is wild. Alright, I love it. Let's see. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, so we just... Oh, come on! We just pay for that this time. And I guess we're just passing. Tamiyo's stacks are real. Or the Redain stacks, I mean. Alright, go on. Pay. Pay for it. Oh, they did. They actually did pay for it. Wow. What are they scared of that costs more mana than I currently have displayed that would make you want to pay for it? Other than you just don't have anything else to do, so you might as well. Which is totally reasonable. I don't know if this draw-go game favors the mono-white deck too much. Okay, now we have to think again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright. I think I win. You can't Minotaur it. You can't reprieve it. So, I think I just win. I will swing with Tamiyo. No, that's dumb. Yes. No. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Land again! Please! 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 Please have settle the wreckage or something? I don't know. I don't think there's any surviving this. But my opponent hasn't given up yet, so maybe they think there is. They can turn this... They can remove it off of combat if they just get rid of Spark Rupture. And it's no longer is swinging 6/6. They want the Spark Rupture still. Jeez. Why did they keep the 1/2? Oh, they don't want to die. Yeah, that makes sense. So they did this specifically because there's a counterspell. Like, that's why they did what they just did. But the wash away might just hose them. It's funny, I never needed to draw another card. I just had everything I needed. In my, like, starting hand. No. Alright, well, they had cards, I guess. I could have probably just let that go. No, because Tamiyo's forever gone. Yeah, if Tamiyo's gone forever, and I also don't have anything in my hand. And this comes back as a creature every time, because they didn't sacrifice this. So if that sweeper went through, my opponent actually survives an Emrakul and has 3 cards in their hand and a commander, and I actually have nothing. Wow. My opponent could have genuinely, if I didn't deal with that sweeper, survived an Emrakul attack. That would have been cool to see. Alright, well that was funny. How many lands are in it? 42? No, I'm not going to take any out. I did hardcast an Emrakul that game, using a Doppelganger. No, I'm not going to change anything. Right? No. That 3-mana draw 3 has been pretty nice. The City's Blessing one. I've had it in my hand like every game for some reason. Alright, ideally I don't draw nothing but lands every game, though. Yeah, once you get to 10 mana, you effectively have Omniscience. Could play Ponder first. Could just go into Ponder first here. Untap Forest into Ponder. No, maybe not, because I can draw certain I can draw certain things. I guess it depends what I draw. A 92-92? I don't think that's possible, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. But I don't think that's possible. I think it's 100% impossible to make this a 92-92. If ever it is possible, we have a problem, probably. There's probably a problem if you can do that. So, yeah, I'll ponder here. Grazers, and actually all three of these are kind of interesting. Decline. Yeah, all three of these are pretty interesting here. I need another blue source specifically. Comma. Is Comma actually castable? It is not, right? Alright, I can actually mill it with Ice Till, so I did stack my deck appropriately, but I didn't do that on purpose. I did not do that on purpose. But I did stack it in a way that is actually ideal. Ah, I lost Force of Negation. Tragic. Alright, another blue source, and we're cooking with fire. What is that? Toxic? What do you... Oh! We did it. I'll go to combat first. Come on, opponent. Don't do anything about it. Okay, it's in. It's in. It's in. Come on. Come on. Okay. Yes! Yes! Oh. Yes. Alright. Mission accomplished. Mono blue? Wait, what? What? They only had islands? What? I didn't even see. Okay, alright. That's interesting, I guess. That's what it takes for the 84 to get in. It's mono blue Azusa. Azula, I mean. Mono blue Azula. That's the only way to ever get an 86 in. Without trample, without hexproof. No haste. Love it. Alright, so I kind of ignore this a lot, which is a problem. But that's a problem for a future version of myself. The present version just ramps. How does that happen? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Why can't people leave me alone and let me be the only one to do this? Is this a tapped land? Oh, it is. Alright, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna see what happens. I like these two cards. Do I like them enough to not cast Planar Genesis? I mean, this. Alright. I think that counterspell is good, so I'm gonna not lose it. Okay, so we can play a land, and then we can just get through... Actually, let's play this. Yeah. And then we just get in there. Block it. Oh, you coward. They can't witness protection. Yeah, that's true. It just has counters on it. It's immune to the Frogifies. Ugh. Delighted Halfling. Well, unfortunately, that card is dumb, so... Oh, no, I can't counter it. I don't have another untapped blue source. Alright, you got me. You got me. Because the breeding pool's already in play. We shall Planar Genesis instead. Well, they've done nothing but ramp spells. So, unfortunate. I don't think this does anything, so I'm just going to cast this, because I don't lose the game if it gets countered. In fact, I would like to see a counterspell here. I don't think this deck really plays counterspell. Oh, I can actually lock down the Delighted Halfling. Never mind, Tamiyo actually does do something. If that was on my radar, I probably would have just not completed it to leave up counterspell. But it wasn't on my radar. Because why would it be? Thinking is not what blue-green players do. I can storm off for my opponent with Emrakul. And then really show them what for. But there's really not a lot of counterspells in this deck. They got rid of Dramatic Reversal, which I think is a combo piece. I mean, they just have access to it anyways. Choose a land type, alright. Beast Within. Really? Wow. Wow, what? What are you doing? Is that just like the most crazy thing ever, or am I tripping? I mean, you can cast your commander all you want. You need something to do out of the graveyard with it. But I guess you can cast it. Beast Within is not necessarily something I'm concerned with, so by all means have your commander. Let's tap down the Delighted Halfling still. And cast this. Still, I don't think Bribery has text. I just don't have confidence that it has text here. You just do nothing? Oh, okay. Alright, they're firemen, sure. I got a little concerned. Well, you should use the mana, right? Do I care about this? Nope. I don't care about that at all. Cyclonic Rift. Wait, can I cast Emrakul? I can. It's uncounterable. Alright, can I completely annihilate your entire everything with this card? Yes. I can. It looks like I'm going to storm off and probably win on my side instead of my opponent's. Or something really bad is going to happen with that Emrakul. Storm decks do not want you to steal their turn, let me tell you. If ever you were going to steal someone's turn, it's the Ruby Medallion player. Yeah, we don't read around here. Readings for other people. Yeah, that's true. I didn't call it fire breathing. They actually used it, but they didn't need to use it because they floated mana anyways, so it didn't effectively do anything for my opponent. But they didn't have a storm turn. Like, they untapped with their commander and just didn't do anything. So, I don't know. I don't know. Come on, Moltender, really? Really? You gonna be like that? So, mill, and then this land? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I'm not going to try to body a wait. We could just do that anyways. What if I did this? What if I played smart? And just What if I did this? I can figure it out, I promise. I figured it out. Okay. What if I did this? That's probably a smart idea. If I draw specifically... Oh, wait a minute. I have 2 rainbow lands. Alright, no, we're good. We're good if we draw a card. We didn't draw it. Alright. Opponent also has probably one of the best shrines possible here. Actually, like, the best possible shrine. Fortunately, this Heaped Harvest undoes the shrine, because I just get the lands back. Like, Heap Harvest just turns these 2 cards into play into unkillable cards. Like, they can kill the tokens, but I just offset it with that ramp spell. Still one of the best possible shrines, though. Oh, I can body. I can do it next turn. Wait a minute. Unless they have... I don't know. Not that. Yes! Get in there. Yes! Get in there. Yes. Go on, kill that Molt Tender. Act like it matters. Yeah, that's what I thought. Deal with this 85. No, 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 what are you doing? No. Ah. Alright. Jambles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here. There. Trésor. Another land? Why not? We have this in my hand. Okay, we now decided to kill the Molt Tender, but we didn't last turn. Okay. That's probably not a good idea. The stopping this Sanctum Weaver has completely carried me, by the way, if anyone was curious. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, they're probably just going to concede when I Tooth and Nail Entwine, but maybe they don't. I don't know. Comma in Ice Till? Because there's a fetch land? Is there a fetch land? No, there's not. Alright, never mind. Comma and... Uro? That's pretty lackluster, isn't it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Because I can just do this. There we go. Deal with that. Get me it. Get me. Oh, Eternal Witness? Yeah, I could have done that. That would have been kind of fancy. And then pick it up and do it again and stuff instead of combat. I don't know. I think this gives me hedge against a sweeper because it's indestructible and stuff. But I don't. Yeah, I mean, Eternal Witness is probably fine. I could actually just do that and then Tooth and Nail this next time. Oh, I could also Tooth and Nail Emrakul because it shuffles back in. Yeah, maybe Eternal Witness is actually just right. Interesting to think about. Alright. Good observation. Yeah. I remember doing that in EDH on paper a lot. Getting Eternal Witness. So I guess this does make sense. I did that a lot, actually. Surprised I didn't do it there. I'm out of practice. I think Tooth and Nail has always been an auto win. I don't think there ever wasn't an instant win with that. It came out in Mirrodin. Yeah, it was the original Mirrodin. I think it was an auto win right when it came out. I'm pretty sure. I say with confidence. Maybe you don't have, like, the, like, Crater Hoof swing for lethal, but you just get 2 creatures that no one can possibly beat. And almost always win. You win almost as many games as you would if you had Crater Hoof every time. Tapped. I could get another dual land in here, maybe. I should look at the mana base, actually. I might not have updated it since last I played this. Yeah, Tooth and Nail itself is the problem, not the not the cards it got. Just 9 mana, cast it, win. But I mean, we have Emergent Ultimatum, which is like 7 mana, cast it, win, right? Emergent Ultimatum is just a better Tooth and Nail. It does require that you play more than one color, but you're still in the best color, so it doesn't really matter. Kiki Jiki? Yeah, that's true. I guess it wasn't... Maybe it's not as definitive as I think it is. It still feels pretty definitive, though. Do I... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Did I play a land this turn? I did. I obviously just did. Lose Cobra just gave me mana. See, this is what happens when I try to talk to people and play Magic. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't care about that. Oh, it's this person again. We played this person the other day, and they like didn't do anything. I mean, it was hard to do stuff with that commander. It's not their fault. I'm not brainstorming. I don't think, yet again, I don't think Bribery's actually doing anything. It's a bit unfortunate. So we'll just go into the commander. I'd like to see a counterspell, although I'd be surprised to see a counterspell. There is a counterspell. Okay. And then we just swing for 2. There was a counterspell. Does my opponent respect one of my own? I didn't fight over this, so maybe not. 1,000 year. Whoa! Alright, well that can't resolve. That's just better than their commander. I'm gonna cast my commander again here. Oh, that can go. We're just gonna cast this. Again, I really do not believe that Bribery does anything, so... But you know what does do something? Tapping down Arcane Signal. No, trust me, I would be surprised if there was something. Oh, well, that's what you just said. That's what you just said. Don't listen to me. There's been a lot of games where Bribery, where you think it would be good, has done stone cold nothing. We're going to lead with it, though. I'm not saying it won't do something. Oh, opponent doesn't want me to see. Oh, opponent. Well, I guess you were right. There's something in there that is egregious. I don't know what it is, though. I don't know what it is. I think they gave up before I cast this, though, honestly. I think they just gave up before I cast it. They can sack artifacts to make mana. Yeah, the problem with this, and this happened just the other day, because it's the same player, you're never getting to this Lightning Bolt reliably, and even if you do, you also have to have 25 other cards, and you probably have to have your commander in play that whole time. It takes an impossible amount of setup. My opponent this time did have the best card in their deck. If you could put this in the command zone instead of this, you would, because it is just a better version of your commander. But fortunately, we have the answer to it, so... They also appeared to not have critical mass of cards in hand anyways. 1,000 Year Storm doesn't draw like the commander draws. I would still say 1,000 Year Storm is a better commander, though, if you could choose. Why? I don't know why that player isn't just playing Iroh from the new set. Like, the Teamer Storm thing exists. I played it twice. They should just play that instead. It's doing the same thing, except not only does it have green, it has the ability to actually do something upon resolving. Yeah, I'm 100% -1 game with Bribery, having cast it. And technically, I did cast it that game. Alright? I did put it on the stack. So... Still all up there. 99%. I can't remember why I lost the game I casted in. I can't remember what did or did not happen. But I do remember losing. Tamiyo tapping mana dorks is actually way more relevant than it was 3 years ago. Tapping on mana dorks has been quite massive. Alright, easy. Couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle the Tamiyo heat. I had a 2-hour game. Was it yesterday or the day before? Maybe it was 3 days ago. Man, I have really bad memory. This is not good. I gotta lay off the sauce, I guess. I had a 2-hour game the other day where it was me just pushing Shift-Enter with my opponent trying to have an infinite loop where they would never deck out, but they couldn't kill me because of Solemnity. 9 lives. But they just didn't concede, so I just kept pushing Shift-Enter, and they kept emote spamming and doing like a 10-minute shuffle each turn, until they finally gave up because they thought I was auto-yielding with like some sort of auto-clicker thing. I like convinced them that I wasn't here, and then they gave up, and then right when they gave up I emoted. I'm like, oh yeah, no, I was here the whole time. I was doing something on a different monitor, but still. Alright. Oh, I played the wrong starting land, didn't I? Well, to the top of the deck you go, Royal Grazer. There you go. Right where you belong. Man, it's almost like the black cards don't matter. Crazy, huh? Why play black cards? It's 2025. Your deck has green in it. At least it's Grist, which I don't think I care about at all. No, not really. It can kill Tamiyo over and over, so Tamiyo's just not part of the equation. Which is not really a big deal with this deck. Alright, well, I'm sure there's something in hand now that you've cast all those ramp spells, right? Let's just do this. It's kind of an unfortunate draw. I am not convinced I need to cast Rampant Growth, so let's not lose to whatever the perfect conversion after triple 1-drop is. Eternal Witness. Okay, you can have the Shieldred's Edict. I don't think the game is about that card. I'm actually surprised they even did that. They didn't even plus first, and then they milled the card they kept on top. So that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you knew it was there, you milled it, and chose also not to grab it with Eternal Witness? I am very confused. Very confused. That's not how you cast stock up, is it? No, I made a mistake. Exploration or land? It's effectively the same as the rest of these. I could just grab a land. Oh, right, I grabbed 2. I'm an idiot. Stock up is a good card. I will play Delighted Halfling. I'll play it. Alright, well, they didn't have anything last turn, so they'd have to rip something significant off the top. What does this do at -5? Loses life equal to the number of creatures in your graveyard, which is 0. Oh look, more mana. I'm sure eventually all of this converts into something significant. Deathrite Shaman's a little annoying. Do I have a card land in my graveyard? Of course I don't. Is it worth the risk? Token of that copy. Wait, what am I talking about? There's a fetch land in play. What am I doing? What am I doing? Goodness gracious. Breeding pool. Untapped. Urro's in the deck. More lands is fine. I think I'd rather just play the fetch land so they can't Deathrite Shaman it. Yeah, that makes sense. In fact, that's just a good idea. It's probably the correct idea. Don't mill another land? Come on. What is going on? I can play Tamiyo to really no avail. They just kill it. And there's nothing in the graveyard to grab with it, so... Alright, we're both kind of doing the same thing. Except I have a little bit stronger of a ramp spell package at this point. But they had a better starting one. This has to kill Ice-Till Explorer. And then I suppose they could just eat it. Another Mana Dork. Alright. Historic Brawl. Love it. Curse Redraw. Nothing. I can get another card off of Nissa. It's probably right to do that because it's a card that is not in my hand. So I should do that. Oh man, this is... Well, it's too late. Because this shuffles. I didn't stack those in the right order. I didn't stack them in the right order. That's my bad. Seek New Knowledge is okay. I can't say it's amazing, though. There's no reason to play Tamiyo. They just kill it. Opponent just simply kills it. Alright, one of us is bound to do something that is not a Mana Dork eventually. They also have Shieldred's Edict, which would just kill it before they even get to their turn. So, there's that as well. There is that as well. That dies to everything. I might as well cast it. There's no reason not to still just simply cast it. But it dies to literally every card currently in play. I could cast Tamiyo to just force them to -2 a few times. Could just do that. That doesn't really get me anywhere, does it? No, not really. I don't think that gets me anywhere. I'm not even going to bother. Prevents the Grist ultimate? What are you talking about? Oh, I guess it does. But there's no creatures in the graveyard. Oh, there's 2. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Chthonian Nightmare. That loops Boggart Trawler and a Boreal Grazer with Eternal Witness. So I have to counter that. Eternal Witness is a game-winning card with that. I draw nothing. We're both... Well, actually, no, this is a good draw. I was going to say we're both drawing nothing, but that was kind of the first game-winning top deck between the two players. This, I think it's the Hydra, Mossborn Hydra, which again simply just dies. But it gets it out of my deck. So, there's that. Oh, Tireless Provisioner. Sure, whatever. I mean, I'll cast it. It's not doing anything. Another ramp spell. That's an elf? Man, I keep thinking this is always getting the Mossborn Hydra because it's an elemental. But I keep forgetting there's just elves in my deck. Okay, well, if they drew Yawgmoth, we would have lost. So hopefully this last card isn't good. And of course it's good. So now I guess I just lose. Fun. Well, as is tradition in these top deck games, I apparently can't seem to win top deck games. My opponents just always win them. Don't ask me how or why. Clearly I have to go back to school to figure it out. People are literally just, in top deck games, just finding random draw sevens. And I'm not. I'm just finding this. Nope, into now the best card in your deck. Which could just be like Mill 20 or something, and then Grist Ultimate. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Game's already over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I don't have mana to cast Emrakul if I draw it. Yep. I suppose that makes sense, right? That's the only thing that would possibly make sense in this spot. No other outcome is remotely reasonable. Opponent finds a draw 7, I find a land. I'm not going to play it, though. I am not going to play the land. Not that it matters. I don't think Emrakul's doing it, if I do draw it. But I mean, I don't know. I'll see what happens. There's a 7-mana draw 7 in my deck. That's just looming in there. So, that's cool, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 creatures in the graveyard. The Grist Ultimate's not really a major concern here. Honestly, I think if they did play Razor Demon, I'd probably still lose at this point. Okay, they traded Menadorks with me. I don't think that's what I would do, but I guess it doesn't matter. Why would anything matter when you have 18 cards in your hand? They should not kill my commander, because I can recast it and have more loyalty on it. But we'll see if they're paying attention. Should not kill my commander. Opponent is not even remotely paying attention. Alright, this is incorrect. Not sure what that was about. Well, I drew that card, but I now don't have the ramp spell in my graveyard. So there's no way to get a second land. There's no way to get a second land. Oh, they have the Yawgmoth anyways. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. I guess, that one? Could have made a food token. But yeah, they have an answer to this Cute Swarm. They can do it twice as well. Alright, multiple Netherlords doesn't fundamentally change anything other than Yawgmoth drawing more cards. Opponent is gonna win either this turn or next turn, and I'm just waiting for another top deck to disappoint me. Please mindlessly kill my commander again. Thank you. This makes no sense. Shouldn't be doing this. I would have been dead by now if they were, if they were just swinging face. Oh, cool. A land. Yeah. Enjoy your perfect top decks while I draw literally nothing. 7 mana, draw 7, Tooth and Nail, Defense of the Heart, Emrakul, other Emrakul. That other random card. Only our opponents get to do it, not us. They milled right into Yawgmoth and had the reanimate spell right in their hand. We had Overflowing Insight. River's Rebuke would have been okay, kind of. We had Nissa, Expropriate, Emrakul, Bribery, Defense of the Heart, Uro, Thirst, Stock Up. No, Stock Up. No, we didn't cast that yet, actually. Doppelgang would have been good. Seek New Knowledge, Cyclonic Rift, Mystical Tutor, even a Cantrip. But instead, lands. Lands instead. So says Magic. Suppose I'm taking out a land. Just draw another... Put another giant nuclear bomb in the deck. Because apparently I have to run a critical mass of them to mimic my opponents. I don't like Voltborn Tyrant. It's kind of been disappointing. Other commas also kind of like, eh. Ujin is funny, but it doesn't do much. It does draw 2 cards a turn, I guess. Honestly, maybe the 6 mana Ujin is just better than the 7 mana one. I could play Primeval Titan. What about Mythweaver Pock? The card that eludes me mentally every time. It's not a... well... honestly, if I drew Doppelgang in that spot, it would have been kind of nuts, wouldn't it have? Would it have? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let me think. What was in play? They could sack anything I target, so I could get Yawgmoth, technically. I could get Yawgmoth and a bunch of other random creatures, and maybe they couldn't kill all of them, and then I'd have my own Yawgmoth chain. Yeah, alright, Doppelgang is just... it just would have been a good draw. It just would have been a good draw. Not only did they top deck, like, a really good card, it also played perfectly into the Manadork army that they had built up that entire game. But honestly, Grist making the tokens was enough. They didn't necessarily need the Manadorks, to be fair. Ooh, this is a Thoughtseize? What else does this do on turn 1? Guess nothing. I did draw Basic Island. One would argue that's the best thing to draw. It's the best turn 1 play. No, not in this format. In this format, it's Forest, turn 1. Forest is the best turn 1 play in this format. But like Legacy and stuff, it's probably Island. Probably Island. Alright, let's play this. I think this is a must-answer threat. I demand you deal with it, so... I don't have a good Cavernous Souls here, though. I don't even know what to name. Maybe Elf? I really don't know what to name. I could just, like, not run Cavernous Souls. Alright. Azula playing 55 removal spells. Very interesting. Let's cast, Wait. Let's calm down. We're gonna name... We're just gonna name Elf. That's just the right thing to do. I'm gonna stop this Terminus. And then if they play Azula, I'm gonna stop Azula. Unless they have Chromox Protection Spell. Specifically, Chromox Protection Spell. Alright, they gave their commander haste. So, there goes that. With probably the only card in the entire game that lets you do that. For free mana. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. There's no way you have a good spell here. Oh, come on! Come on! What? You gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. That's just so gross. What? That's unbelievable. That's literally the only sequence Azula wins. That's it. This is the only sequence here. Wow. There's no answer. Alright, congratulations. You had the only land in your deck that lets you win. That's tragic. That is the only way that deck gets out of that. And they had it. I don't think the card draw was that good, honestly, but it does guarantee that they just win next turn. So I'd probably just losing anyways because they just had the haste land. Alright, well, that's what it takes for Azula to win. I wouldn't say its text box mattered too much in that spot, though. I just swung with a 4/4 with haste and 1. I just had, like, extra salt in the wound with the spell. Yeah, better lucky than good. Alright, well, we know what Aang is capable of. It has been Ramp City today, and not just from us. It has literally been just Ramp Central. Short. I refuse to believe you have something with failure right now. I refuse. Okay, they technically do, but it doesn't matter. Do I cast Tamiyo? That is a good question. Cast it, and then what? I have to, like, the only thing to really target with it is Felio, I think. I can target Noble Hierarch, but what is that really doing? Not really that much, I don't think. Alright, I'm gonna go after Felio. It looks like there's Ephemerate or Cloud Shift to where that other one I can't think of the name of. I don't know. This was probably just completely wrong. I don't think Tamiyo's even worth casting here. This was probably just wrong. I should have just cast Flare, honestly. Swords to Plowshares. Okay. Well, it couldn't block anyways. Each ally in land taps for mana. Is this an ally? It is not. Each ally in land taps for mana. Okay. Yeah, I'm just losing now. I'm just losing. I probably just shouldn't have cast Tamiyo. It just didn't do anything. It was just a mistake. Brainstorm. Get rid of 2 lands. Skew Swarm does not do anything currently. But I guess it will. If they don't deal with it right now. I'm not going to cast Flare. Because I just lose if I do, so... Or I very likely lose if I do. Yeah, because I have to do something or make an attempt at this card. Oh, come on. No way you have an answer. Come on. What is going on? Stop. That's just ridiculous. Okay, apparently it's completely impossible for them to fizzle. It's just not a thing that's going to happen. Probably not going to happen, actually. Like 100% guaranteed to not happen. Oh, okay. They could have Felia'd their commander and just for some odd reason decided they were not going to. Strange. Does that change anything? Not really, no. Not really. Hand is not looking good. But, I don't know, maybe Skewed Swarm scams them. It currently doesn't look like it's going to, though. Is there any card I could possibly draw that makes me want to cast this now? I suppose there's a few. Didn't hit any of them. Alright, I'm not dead on board. So, if they make more Aangs this turn, which they will, I guess I can continue the game after that. But I'd have to, like... really survive this. I'm dead in the air next turn. I'd probably still sack Felia to Aang. But I am dead anyways. There's no reason to put more Aangs in play or whatever random thing they do. Okay, they just do it anyways. I don't know why they're doing it now. They should probably wait. Oh, they got a 4/4 instead. What's the point of that? Why would you do that instead? I don't know. Alright, what was my next draw? Well, Defense of the Heart. Well, it would have been too late. It would have been too late. Yeah, alright, there's no fog in my deck or anything. Alright, Pact of Negation. Congrats. Noble Hierarch, Swords of Plowshares, Pact of Negation, I lose. Casting my commander, that's just another game where it just didn't do anything. I should probably not have cast it, honestly. What if I ran Keaton in this deck? I kind of forgot that card existed. I'm so used to it being in the dumb bracket. How many creatures does it work with in this deck? It has an ability on it too, right? It like pays 7, spin the top. I don't have any mana rocks. I kind of like the bottom part of it, right? It's top 5, non-human. It's possible to do stuff here. How many cards, like, really care about it? It's non-land, so the Earthbend doesn't count. There's 6 cards in my deck that deal with, or do something with this. There's only 6 cards in my deck. Okay, never mind. I think Raphellos is interesting. Yeah, okay, maybe Raphellos is what I'm more inclined in putting in this deck. I also forgot to look at the lands. I said I was going to do that. Never really impressed with Otawara, but I guess I can go in. Oh, Boseiju, I forgot Boseiju was in here. Frogify effects. Eh. Well, they wouldn't do anything against Avatar, that's for sure. Or Aang. I guess Gemstone? I guess. I don't hate it. Back down to 40 lands. Alright, there we go. Nowhere to go but up. No, I don't have Yavimaya. I suppose it's like free enough to play it if you do have it though. But you're in green, you don't really have to play it. Of all the Urborg clones, Yavimaya, you're already green, you don't need it. Sometimes a basic is better just to have more basic targets in your deck, but if you have Yavimaya, I would just put it in. I don't have it in this deck. I don't own it. I'm not probably ever going to own it, though. Because, again, you just don't need it when you're green. You don't ever genuinely need it in the deck. Alright, Badger, get in there for the first time ever. Maybe, I don't know. There's Stern Scolding will spawn in their hand. No, it didn't. Alright, we're going to copy that thing. Yes, sirree. We're going to see what happens to the MDFC when it comes back as a spell. I think it just dies. Swing for... Wait. What if I just cast this? Yeah, what if I just sent it? It gets counterspelled, alright. Yeah, for Raphellos, that's true, yeah. Again, I mean, I don't know that, but... Mythweaver Pock, just in time. Just in time. If I had that last turn, it would still get counterspelled, actually. Yeah. Alright, well, we just probably now just lose to those two spells, I think. I need to draw... Honestly, I don't even know what I need to draw. That wasn't it. Okay, well, it was a turn too late. I needed it to kind of draw that last turn. Although I'm still just simply losing. So it probably doesn't matter anyways. Still just losing here. That kind of does something. I don't think I have many outs here to my opponent's cards. I can doppelgang things, but it's just not that great to doppelgang. So. I am demanding that they try to immediately win, so I'm putting the question on my opponent to win the game. I suppose I will pick up the counter spell, because that gives me the most hedge. I know the draw 3 is good, but I'd rather just have the counter spell. So I'm basically asking my opponent, can you win next turn? Is kind of what I'm doing. And they're making a good show of it. It's not looking good from my end here. Especially with the counterspell being literally known about. they just know it's in my hand. Alright, that can just resolve. It doesn't really do anything. Land, short. Crash through. Alright, well, here we go. Yep, that can do its thing. None of that is being countered from my side. They have to, again, still win this turn. They need... Any spell gives you the Ral ultimate. So you just gotta cast a spell. Looks like they don't have it, or they just don't want to ultimate. Interesting. I don't know which one is the case currently. I think it is always worth it to crack the other Skewt Swarm land tier instead of holding it for Pock, because, well, essentially it's almost just lethal because of that. That's actually a pretty solid card, I think. So, are they just dead? Is my opponent just dead if I swing face? They block 1, 2, 3, 4. So they block 1, 2, 3, 4, and they take 17. They're not dead. So that means if I doppelgang this, they're dead, right? So 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So 3. 1, 2, and 3? Like that? Now they're dead? Oh, I didn't anticipate. Okay, this doesn't matter. I mean, I hit the token limit. Love to see it. Oh, wait, doesn't Pock see the doubled lands? Oh, maybe that already happened. I don't know. So I swing, and then they die to a spell being cast because I have 3 damage with the doppelgang. If this wasn't lethal, I'd just send it into Ral, and then I don't know how they win without Ral in play, but I've just put them dead to a spell. That's actually kind of a cool way to win. Look at that. I found 3 damage with doppelgang. That's funny. It wasn't looking good there. Burst Lightning Counterspell is a pretty good retort to what I was doing. But that one turn, like I said, I asked the question, can you win? And they said no. So it gets back to me. I didn't have lethal without some other thing. It wasn't just Scute Swarm. But after killing Ral, if it wasn't lethal, I'm not really sure what they could do. I don't know. But most assuredly, next turn is 100% you have to do something, because now I have guarantee lethal in play. I'm at 10. If they draw a bunch of spells in a row, I guess that could kill me. Maybe one was forced to chump always, although they had 2 creatures, so... Alright. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, now you have my curiosity. Maybe I do own it. I don't think I own Yavimaya, though. I'm 99% certain I don't own it. Okay, I don't own it. It's a rare, right? Yeah, it's a rare. Okay. Yeah, I'm not crafting that. Alright, I can actually beat Stick Fingers with about 4 cards in my deck. If I draw them. Can I keep a hand like this? What does tapping their stuff do? Nothing? Can I keep a hand like this? What does that do? Nothing? Does Cyclonic Rift do it? Defense of the Heart has no text. Cyclonic Rift does it, right? I still have to deal with the 4/4 though. But this does... Am I correct or am I incorrect that Cyclonic Rift does what I need it to? Why are you playing Mox Amber? Mox Amber doesn't work with Stick Finger combo. It doesn't work at all with Stick Finger combo. It should not be in your deck. Kami, does that help me? What does blitzing lands into play do? Kind of nothing. Rampant Growth? Do I need another island? I don't think another green source does anything, so sure. What's the ward on Ulamog? Yeah, I don't get the Mox Amber. Unless, I guess, the very turn you go off, you specifically have Reanimate, but that is the only thing. Ward sack 2 permanents. So I have to survive that. What if I tap? Okay. I don't know. Can I? I'm doing the math in my head. I can get rid of bribery for free. It doesn't steal anything. There are no creatures in my opponent's deck. Blue. This. Crack. This. For that. Play this for... No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Okay. This is the real one. That's the real one. So that happens. Oh, let's think about this more. So now we have to deal with a 4/4? Which this deals with? because I can lock it down forever. And then this is a 0/0 forever. So what do they do now? Okay, well, killing that means they can start swinging with the 4/4, but the entire game is just this 4/4, right? Oh no, I have creatures in my graveyard. Gah, come on. Gotta be kidding me. They actually didn't even have to kill this. Got to be kidding me. Ah, that's so annoying. Is there another one? No. Well, there can be if they kill it. They can keep this in the graveyard and make that a 4/4. I kind of forgot about that. So they always had another creature anyways. They could just make their commander a 5/5. That's just so annoying, though. Alright. I thought I had an idea. And I guess I kind of did, but it wasn't enough. Well, whatever. Super annoying. I thought they were 4/4s. Apparently they're 5/5s. Well, at least the Kami was a 5/5. Could have swore it was 4s. There's like nothing to do against that other than, I guess, deal with both cards? Really? You can't stop them from always having a reanimate spell because there's 28 of them. I'm just gonna cast green cards. I'm gonna play the island. Who needs blue cards? Opponent agrees. Told you. It has been like green central today. It's actually just kind of nuts. It's literally been green city. This is good. Actually, both of these are okay. Yeah, both of those are perfectly fine. Being able to tap specifically Delighted Halfling has carried me half of the day today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mystical Tutor can be kind of all sorts of things here. What the heck is this? Earthbend 2. Whenever land you control enters but a quest counter, it is 4 more. The counter attack creature control. Okay. Generic ramp spell that makes a creature, I guess. Cool beans. I suppose I'm tapping this. We have never got the Tamiyo Ultimate. Kind of forgot it was even on the card, actually. I think Seeking Knowledge is slightly better than Planar Genesis. Well, could just get rid of Planar Genesis now. The rest of my hand is fine. Uro is interesting. All of these are interesting? Okay. I'm probably not even going to ultimate it if my opponent even let me. It discounts by 2, right? Yeah. Okay, well, it looks like I was never going to be able to ultimate it anyways. Simple enough. Cyclonic Rift doesn't deal with the manland. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. I can't Mystical Tutor Tooth and Nail. I could Mystical Tutor the 7-mana draw 7. Probably just doing nothing here. Okay, they killed Tamiyo. I think I'd kill Tamiyo here, actually. Yeah, I'd probably do it, too. Ugh. So many game actions. I just want to play the game. That's funny. Okay, so now what? Let's see here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have an expropriate into. Maybe I'm not dead and the game goes on. There's like a weird line that involves cards with text on them. Of course, they have perfect double fetch. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. The Sylvan Safekeeper stops me from doing anything? Gotta be kidding me. That's just stupid. Whatever. Alright. Well, I wasn't paying attention to that. Sylvan Safekeeper just makes me lose. I had to, Cyclonic Rift into I don't even know. It goes to my next turn, and then what? I didn't have a land. Yeah, I just had to Cyclonic Rift. That's it. I had to Cyclonic Rift. And I didn't. And I didn't. Whatever. I thought I was fine, but I didn't notice the Sylvan Safekeeper. Just didn't notice it. I was kind of falling asleep with all the lands they were playing and doing nothing. Just vomiting counters. Could have won that. Could have won it if I was paying attention. Yeah, turn 1 exploration. Historic Brawl. I didn't have a land for Uro there. I guess I could have played the MDSC instead, but I didn't. Doesn't matter. Turn 1 exploration. Who has to think about anything? Turn 1 again. Alright. Look at that. Delay a halfling. Again. Guess I just lose. Okay. Come on. Ugh. I needed them to have anything but that. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I can tap down the World Wagon instead of Rofellos at this point because they have infinite mana, and I have very little respect towards my opponent's last card in hand. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. It literally doesn't matter. I'm just going to tap the World Wagon. Rofellos doesn't matter. They have infinite mana, unless you specifically have Emrakul in your hand or something. And they have that, so I lose that way, right? Staff is a combo when you generate at least 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, this doesn't work, does it? Don't you need more mana than that? Tap for 8. Yeah, well, don't you need 9? I thought you need 9. Okay, now it's combo, right? They have more than enough? Alright. Well, could they have done that if I tapped Rofellos? 5, 6, 7... Wait, could they have done that if I tapped Rofellos? Yeah, alright. Well, alright. Again, 2 days in a row, my opponents are literally drawing right off the top the best thing. They actually could have had that last turn as well, and they literally just ripped it off the top. Literally just ripped it off the top. Someone has to show me how it's done. I don't know how it's done. Yeah, it didn't matter what it tapped. It didn't matter. So that's how we knew they just drew it. They could have had it last turn, and they didn't play it, so they had to have just drawn it. Because they could have done that last turn. It has been a non-stop barrage gauntlet of perfect top decks that are not mine. I thought it was infinite with 9. 5 to draw? How do you do more than 5? Untap, untap, tap. Okay, because you don't have to draw until later. That's why. That's why. Every other game has been staring at opponents doing what I'm doing. Every other game has just been this. Well, my opponent has Keenan in play, so that just taps for 2. Congratulations. Do I ponder first? Why not? Who cares? These are both good. Are they good enough? I don't know. That one's interesting. Can I draw both and not feel bad? Kind of? No. I think I should cast Rampant Growth. It's probably a good idea to cast Rampant Growth, so I'm going to do that. And just assume I have a game to play later. Oh, or they just have Cavernous Souls and nothing I do matters. Alright. That's also a potential thing that could happen. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. I don't even have anything I can do. Like, even after the, Okay, they just, for some reason, chose not to cast their commander. A Christmas miracle, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. Let's play land. Leaving up Washaway doesn't really do anything, but I guess I'll just play this. I can tap one of their creatures. That does maybe kind of something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know why they didn't just cast their commander. Oh, it's because there's no... They can just wait. Yeah, they can just wait. Right, it's just... Yeah, whatever. They can just wait. There's no reason to cast it last turn. Stupid. Alright. We got Cavernous Souls. Cyclonic Rift is awful against Toph because they're not non-lands. Everything else is fine, though. That doesn't mean my commander does much, unfortunately. Maybe it does enough. I don't think it does. Let's see, I go there, there. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't do enough. This hand allows for a lot of good draws, though. I can probably harass something that has merit with Tamiyo here. Or not. I gotta stop assuming my cards do anything from my opponent's openers. I just gotta stop assuming things. Do I want this land? Unfortunately, I kind of actually do want that land. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I do. So I can only tap the artifact. I can't actually do anything after that. What is Toph? It's a 3/3. Ay, ay, ay. I can tap the World Wagon. Toph doesn't kill Tamiyo, and I don't think I care if it wait, does it kill Tamiyo? Maybe it does. Hold on. It's your end step, you Earthbend, so it itself doesn't on its own. I'm not going to Cyclonic Rift my opponent's commander for the turn cycle. That doesn't really feel great. I mean, you just cast it and swing, right? What else are we? What else is there to do? Okay. My opponent chose this route instead, which I suppose is roughly the same exact thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. Alright, Lightning Greaves. Amazing. Let's name... I guess Serpent? No, I should name Elf always. I should always name Elf there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 1, 2, 3. Is this like a must-do thing right now? And just copy island? What do you mean target 3 permanents? Whoa, what the? No, I can only target 1. I, like, have to do that right now, so nobody look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably always right to do that. So I did. So I did. My hand is lined up for the 7th mana to be very relevant. When it enters Earthbend X. Okay. No, because I need to cast Cyclonic Rift. And this is exactly why. Okay, that doesn't matter. Yeah. Otherwise, the World Wagon is fine, but I need to put this card on the stack here. Or rather, I would highly advise myself to put the ability to cast it. Crewing the World Wagon doesn't matter. It's not doing anything for me. Okay, I drew a land anyways, because of course I did. But who cares? The ultimate question is being asked. What do you got? Man, Lightning Greaves is so good in this deck. Well, actually, you know what? It's not as good as I think it is. It's just good against Tamiyo. But in my opponent's deck, I guess it's not, like, destroying the universe on its own or anything. I don't know the last time, if ever, I've just tooth and nailed from hand twice. 2 creatures. Don't care. Don't care. That does not have trample. Okay, so building up for Annihilator 6. Is this lethal on the 15, 21, 22, 23, 24? Nope. They don't have to block anything. It would be nice if I forced the block. Turgid is still, like, up there in the bracket. Yeah, there's a high bracket that's, like, splishy splashy. The one everyone claims is like tier 4.5, and Turgid is up there for some reason. They can crew that and give it haste, but then it does simply die, so it just replaces itself in the land, is what my opponent is thinking about there. There's really zero reason to swing with Kama unless it's lethal. It is not lethal, so there's no reason to swing with it. I'm kind of surprised they sacked... Oh no, the Earthbent lands come back. It's perfectly reasonable to sack them. They keep Toph. Really? I would keep maybe something that wasn't Toph. Okay. Well, from this perspective, there's basically no card in the game my opponent could play that wins from here. There's just no beating this at this point. I could have technically tapped the... No, just tap the Mana Rocks. It's effectively the same. There's no card in the game that beats this other than specifically a sweeper or something, which I doesn't really do much because Kama doesn't die, and they have to deal with this still. But yeah, it's another one of those games where like Tamiyo goes to try to do something so it doesn't die, it like protects itself, but then my opponent just suddenly has Lightning Greaves, and now I have to worry about trying to win some other way, and I did. But yeah, I'm not going to copy. Now, the way it panned out, I could have just got World Wagon myself, the way the game just played out, and that would have forced lethal in this turn cycle, so I would have to make them keep a creature to block something so they don't die, which is basically Annihilator 7 instead of 6. But I just think it's worth it to leave up Psychonic Rift in case I get exploded by something, but that something didn't come to fruition. Mono, yeah, you have to play Tiny Bones. You gotta play Tiny Bones. You have to play Tiny Bones if you are to play discard stuff. Or, Turok. Turok is on my list of things to play, so I will be playing Turok soon. I think it's a mythic that I don't own, so I don't know how soon soon is. But Turok is on my list of things. That one seems to be the discard commander of choice. And it also, I don't think, is in, like, potato bracket where it sees Keenan and Scythus. I wouldn't put it there. I think it's strange that Turgrid is up there. But anyways, I'm going to talk about this deck now. So, I'd much prefer this without the proliferate spam. At no point did I get the book. I got kind of close once or twice, but every single opponent had something to make me not have it. So it on its own in isolation is just not really going to get there. So like the proliferate cards come to mind. I guess you could play a bunch of Frogify effects, which would help get you there, but you still have to block the 1/1s that you just now created. Otherwise, you're not getting there. The blue-green big funny stuff is just solid. It's some of the best things to do in the format, period, is play some sort of Keenan-style thing. This is a vast departure from what Keenan would do if you're going to like a 1-to-1 comparison, but blue-green is just really good, right? It, in my opinion, is probably the best color combo, right? Green is the best color, and blue, I think, complements it the best because the giant blue spells are nuts. Counter spells are good in a ramp deck. You could make an argument that like white has sweepers, but black has spot removal. And so I guess actually white does too. Yeah. The card draw that blue provides is excellent, right? Uro effects. Yeah, it's just like your deck is literally so good that your commander can kind of just be a little underwhelming, and you're just still playing up to you're keeping up with your opponent without having a repeating threat that your deck is quote-unquote totally based around, right? Like imagine my commander was 100% geared towards exactly the cards I'm playing, like Keenan would be, and this deck would be launched into the stratosphere, because I was playing a really good back and forth with every opponent I played against. A lot of them were just doing the same thing I was doing today, which was ramp spells. We did see a few games, again, where my opponent just top-decked the one card in their deck that wins and no other card I can think of would win. Like a Rofellos player got Staff of Domination just off the top of their deck. Just ripped it right off. Needed it that turn. There it was, won. So that happened a few times. I at no point just top-decked Ever-Flowing Insight right when I needed it and drew 7 and turned the game around. But Emrakul is hard-castable in this deck, which is great. Tooth and Nail is excellent. Kama is weird. The game is less about going wide than maybe it was in the past. That's why I say sweepers are less relevant than they've been in the past. But I kind of like this. It's better than I give it credit for. Like sometimes I think it's bad, and then I play it, and I'm reminded that if they don't immediately kill it, it is actually kind of good. The uncounterable clause is like whatever to me. There's like Cavernous Souls, which actually Cavernous Souls didn't really do much here. I mean, I was Jadzy to begin with, which is a creature. This is obviously not a creature. But Cavernous Souls is just a card you probably put in your deck and not really think about it, assuming you have any amount of creatures. The top end could have put Craterhoof, I don't know if Craterhoof would have ever changed any game that I lost into a win. I don't think so. I never cast Expropriate. Yeah, there was one game I made a huge mistake. I punted one game where I had, like, Cyclonic Rift, and my opponent was building up for a lethal attack, so I could have bounced all their stuff pre-combat, and then I could have went into an Expropriate with an Uro in play, and then from there I think there was Tooth and Nail in my hand. So, like, there was a huge punt game. There's a huge punt there in one game I can think of, but all the other ones were pretty solid. Rofellos is kind of okay. You don't need a critical... Honestly, just one forest, and it's simply already Rampant Growth, and that's good enough to play Rampant Growth, so anything more than one is... it's just Rofellos. But I don't own Yavimaya. It would most assuredly go in here, because Rofellos cares about it, and it's free enough to just replace a forest with it. Hullbreaker's weird because it requires other cards to do anything, whereas all the threats that I'm playing, you don't need another card to go with them. You just play them. You don't need... Like, Hullbreaker, you have to cast other cards for it to really shine. It still kind of does something the turn you play it, I guess. But most of the time, your giant explosive windmill slam 7-drop is a problem just simply existing. Now, Hullbreaker doesn't really struggle to have other spells go with it, because you're still drawing a card every turn. I mean, I did draw a lot of lands, but you still are casting spells after it, so it's not like it's bad. But I don't have a lot of instants, so I can't, like, bounce spells on the stack. It's mostly just bounce my opponent's board over and over and whatnot. But, again, if you can just avoid having to think about further investment of your explosive card, you probably should avoid that. And you avoid that by playing stuff like Kama instead, because it's a self-sustaining ecosystem. It doesn't need other cards. It creates the value itself. Doppelgang is just great. I love this card. You have to have so much mana in a game for it to be crazy, but I mean, even at 5 mana, copying anything is kind of just fine, right? It's kind of okay. I don't hate it. You can wait, can you... No, you can't copy the stupid book because it's a legendary. The ultimate on this is so miserable. It's so miserable. And that's fine. That's fine, right? I never got to it. Opponents were threatened enough to deal with Tamiyo constantly. There were games where they killed it and they shouldn't have. It was at like 2 loyalty, doing nothing, and they just killed it so I could recast it and have a better minus, or just set it to a higher loyalty when I cast it again. So people did just swing into this, but some people don't think about it. They just swing into your Planeswalker commander when they otherwise full stop should not do that. There was like 2 or 3 opponents that gave me more loyalty than I really had any business having. Yeah, other than that, it's... You cast Bribery, you win, right? That's still a thing, other than that one game. You could go for Frogifies. You could go for more, I guess, more card draw, although I would lean a little bit more into the ramp, and also, as card draw, would be like Treasure Cruise. Dig Through Time would maybe be the 2 big ones. It doesn't like Uro, but I don't know, it's hard to... You could turn Uro into Dig Through Time or Treasure Cruise and probably be better off for it. This is slow, but the value is real. It's just slow to get the value, right? This is not a card you rely on to win a game. You just draw a card with it, and then later on in the game you draw another card, and then maybe they kill it, which is going up another card because your opponent spent resources, and then way later you might do it again and draw another card. So it's just slow, but Treasure Cruise is up front. It draws all the cards right out of the gate. Like, for this to draw 3 cards requires you having swung with it twice, right? Or having just simply cast out of the graveyard twice or something. Whereas Treasure Cruise just does it, like, out of the gate. And you don't have to continuously feed Treasure Cruise. You just do it once. You can also cast Treasure Cruise for, like, 5 mana. It doesn't always have to be 1 mana. Lorien Revealed, even. Lorien Revealed is another interesting one, instead of Uro. It's just weird to think that Uro is not like an auto-include into a blue-green deck like this, but there are so many... You only have 99 slots, right? You only have 99. You gotta think of something to play. Uro hasn't been too impressive lately, but again, you have Treasure Cruise Dig Through Time that kind of sort of take up the same spot, really. This is a ramp spell sometimes, but I'm not a big fan of exploration, or excuse me, explore. I guess I'm not actually a big fan of exploration either, because every time you play it, the game is over. It's kind of stupid. It's really stupid. They got rid of Ancient Tomb and like, oh, by the way, this is in the game instead now. Like, why? What was the point of getting rid of Ancient Tomb? But yeah, so it's like explore sort of, and I'm not a fan of explore or growth spiral. They're not super consistent. They do at least replace themselves. It's not like the worst thing ever. I'm not a fan of what's the other one? Up the Beanstalk, right? This technically is always at least 5. And yeah, it's just those kinds of effects. I don't know. I like the upfront heavy draw spell instead, like Treasure Cruise and stuff. And honestly, Overflowing Insight was just in here because I was being spiteful that one player just top decked it. But we never did. This could just be Treasure Cruise or Dig Through Time, and honestly, it should be. It just should be. But this is funny. Look at it. How are you ever upset with this? It's like a Seagate Restoration, except it's not a land, so you're stuck with this dead 7-drop in your hand the whole game. But yeah, it's just blue-green. I like it. I haven't played this commander in like 3.5 years. It's an interesting one. I do kind of like it. You can go more into the other Tamiyo style, not the proliferate one. Well, you could do that as well. But this one, where like you mill cards, or you have a lot of draw discard, like looting effects or something, which I suppose blue has a fair amount. Obviously red is like the main color for that, but you can sort of sift through your deck and then pick up extra turns with the minus and go crazy there. Picking up Eternal Witness effects with this is nice. I never really got a ton of minus X value off of this commander. I wasn't hyper fixated on that. It does mean any graveyard hate your opponents are playing is suddenly just way better, and if that's something you can avoid, you should. There's not a lot of graveyard hate, and I don't think you should play really a lot of graveyard hate anyways. It's like you have Ghost Vacuum is fine, and whatever that blue-black Deathrite Shaman, the green-black thing is fine. But for the most part, I wouldn't expect that. I didn't really see a lot of graveyard hate, to be fair. So, like, if I was heavy under the minus X, it would have done a little bit more. But you have to play those cards, and they have to make it to the graveyard, right? Setting up your own graveyard for your own minus X is a little weird, right? Unlike this one makes a bit more sense to me. With this one, like, you discarded something and then you just made a copy instead of simply just casting the card up front the first time. It just seems a little odd. I could have played the Doubling Season Vorinclex to have the book upon casting this, but it only draws 1 card a turn. I have displayed the ability to cast 5-mana cards already, so the discount isn't too crazy. The 7 is just not Historic Brawl friendly when it comes to having a scary thing in play. I could have actually put this in the deck. I could have put this in the deck too. It's like the blue Ragavan, really. Your opponent sees it, can't answer it, just gives up. It leads to great YouTube content, surely. But yeah, I like this deck. I like it. It's doing the things I like to do, so let me know what you thought about it.